morning, student. I'm from JAYOTI VIDYAPEETH Women University. I'm Dr. Suman. Namaste, Vidya. I'm going to discuss about, rather I should say like this, I should discuss about the tenses. And this topic is of the session 2023, and it is related with the tenses. So tenses you must be aware of all kind of tenses, because the tenses is very much crucial topic to understand, and because this is start from the beginning till the lifetime, you can say. Because if you want to learn English, if you want to speak English, it every speaking especially if we are talking about speaking language, so in the spoken language we definitely need communication skills, and for learning communication skills, definitely tenses is one part where you have to focus. So let's start, don't waste time. So if you are going for tenses are of three types. One is present, one is past, one is future. Everybody knows tense means time. This is the Latin word. From tense it means time. Time is of, obviously present time is also there, past time is also there, and future time is also there. So basically we are talking about the tenses, or the tense, simple present tense I am going to talk. So when we are talking about simple present tense or present tense, both of them are same. In old time books it is also written simple present time, and in modern time also present indefinite tense. So don't get confused when you are talking about present indefinite tense and when you are talking simple present tense, because they come under the present tense, both of them. When we talk about simple present tense, there is no action, there is just existence of the noun. There is no action. Whereas when you talk about simple present tense or present indefinite tense, so in present indefinite tense there is action. Generally in some books present tense and simple present tense is same, right? If somebody is asking you what is present indefinite tense, what is present tense, what is simple present tense, these three things all together makes one, that is present tense. So don't get confused, they are both are the same thing. But if you go for the basic of learning grammar, so in that case simple present tense requires about tense which is without the action. But when we are talking about present indefinite tense, we start learning about the action as well, right? Now who takes the action? So the basic rule of learning English is that you have to follow a concept. The concept over here to make English easier for you is subject, verb, object. You should make sure that whenever you are making sentence, there is subject, there is verb, and there is object. So whenever you are making sentences, you have to follow the rule in English grammar of subject plus verb plus object. So whenever any kind of tense you want to make, any kind of sentence you want to make, so in that case you have to follow the basic rule of SVO. S means subject, V means verb, O means object. Who is subject now? Subject is a doer. So subject is doer. Doer means who takes the action. Doer. Do means do. ER means karne wala. So who takes the action. So that is subject. Like for example, if I am saying I teach you English. So who teach you English? I teach. So I am the doer. The whole sentence, I teach English. I teach English regularly. So here in the whole sentence depends on the I, right? So that's why I is going to be subject. subject I had told who is the doer in the sentence, right? So doer in the sentence is I, because whole sentence depends on I. I is the one who takes the action. So that's why he is also called as doer. So if somebody is saying subject and doer, they are same thing, right? So he takes the action, so that's why it has become doer, you can say, right? So first thing is subject, second thing is verb. For example, I teach you English regularly or generally, suppose. So I is, as I have told you, I is doer. I is doer because he is the one who is holding the whole sentence. Whole sentence depends on I. So that's why I is doer. Now next one is teach. Teach is what? Teach is the action. That is verb. So that is verb. Verb is the action, you can say. Now third one is you. You is object. So object is you, where subject plays the role, where subject does the work on some kind of thing, then it is object. For example, I pick up the marker. Suppose I pick the marker. So I is subject, pick is verb, marker is object. So sentence depends with subject plus verb plus object. So I pick the marker. Marker is the object. On whatever work the subject is performing the action, that is called object. I am repeating, on whatever work the subject is performing the action, whatever work is going to be done by subject, then it is called object. For example, I pick the marker. I is subject, pick is action, and marker is object. Subject is performing the action on object. So that is, if this is marker, this is the object, and I is subject, and pick is my action. So that performing the action, then it is becoming object. So I pick the marker. Now when we talk about simple present tense or present indefinite tense, as I had told you, in simple present tense there is no action. There is just a existence of noun. For example, she is a girl. So is means presence. She means indication towards something, like this, that, these, those, she, it, he, all these, they, any name. So these are the noun basically, right? Noun are also called, like, they are leading the sentence also. So if they are leading the sentence, so that's why. But what you came to know, when we are talking about simple present tense, there is no action. Action is not performed, only there is a presence of the noun. So if the presence of the noun is there, so there is no action to be performed. So if I am saying same example earlier which I had taken, so this is a marker. So if you are using this is a marker, there is no action in the marker, right? Marker, there is a presence of the marker. This is a marker. This is the presence of marker. But if I say I pick the marker, there is action, there is a movement. So that becomes the present indefinite tense, and one side it becomes simple present tense. So in simple present tense, again I am repeating, there is no action, whereas when we talk about present indefinite tense, there is the action. So if we are using the three sentences with simple present, so there is subject, there is MR, and there is object. But again I am repeating, there is no action. There is just a presence of the noun. If it is in the present time, then presence of the noun in present time. If it is past, then presence of noun in the past time. If it is future, presence of object or subject in the future time, right? So there is no action. But when we talk about present indefinite tense, a tense which is definite, a tense which is in the present time, but it is present, but it is definite. Definite means when anything repeats every time. When anything repeats. So if something repeats, so what does it repeat? Habit repeats. Habit always repeats. Hobby always repeats. Journal truth repeats. Daily work repeat. Routine repeat. So whenever any action repeats every day, any action or any activity which repeats every day, then it is present indefinite tense, right? Then it is present indefinite tense when any action or activity repeats every day. Now it can be in the form of habit, it can be in the form of hobby, it can be in the form of routine work, it can be in the form of journal truth, universal truth. So all these are concluded in the present indefinite tense, a tense in the present time which is definite. So all the hobbies, all the routine, all the habits, all the universal truth, journal truth, they always carries the present indefinite tense. So you must have come to know about the differentiation between simple present tense and present indefinite tense. But in recent time, in today's time, both the tense has been combined. Like this is also comes under present indefinite tense, and simple present tense also comes in under the present tense.